What is up, YouTube knife community? Back again. Today I'm here to share some edge retention tests and some HRC test results on a couple of Kurtz knives. So the HRC data will be correlated with my edge retention test. And I also brought along the little stepchild so I can beat the shit out of him a little bit. But there's a little demo I want to do after I go over these edge retention tests. Okay, for starters, this is the Manly Wasp in s90v. Manly Wasp in s90v. And this is the Manly Peak in s90v. They've made an appearance, or this one's made an appearance on one of my vids before, but I didn't share any results. And the Maxim Manix, of course, we'll have to give it a little work over here in a little bit. Kurt sent me these two to try out and see if I like. And spoiler alert, I've already ordered my own Wasp, and my Peak will be here before long, I'm sure. But today, these two, the Wasp is 58.9 HRC, and the Peak is 59. So Wasp is 58.9 and the Peak is 59. Okay, let's start out with the Wasp. Oh, by the way, right here is the cardboard for the test. Once again, I'll show you. I do my test just like Gerald over at Outpost 76. More like Gerald than the other guys, I guess. I've got pictures of these knives before I test them with the 1-inch section taped off. I'll post those on Instagram or something later on so you guys can see that I'm not full baloney. But anyway, let's get started. The Wasp, I took it to a 600 grit. It's s90v again at 58.9 HRC. Took it to 600 grit, and it's 6 thousandths behind the edge, and that's at 15 degrees per side. Okay, so I got 98.26 feet fine edge, and then 278 feet working edge, brings a total of 377 feet. Here it is if you guys want to pause and there's that. If you guys want to pause and look over it. And then we will go to the Peak. The Peak, like I said, it tested at 59 HRC, and it's right at 9 thousandths behind the edge, 15 degrees per side. And this right here shows kind of the difference in HRC. I know it's not much, 58.9 on the Wasp, and then we go to the Peak and we're at 59. That's not much, it's just a little bit. But on the Wasp, I got 98 feet fine edge, and on the Peak I got 135 feet fine edge. But then working edge, I got an extra 257 feet, brought the grand total of 392 feet. So really that's not a whole lot of difference, but that little bit, I mean, I know most of them say 5%, it doesn't even matter. So I got 377 feet on the Wasp and 392 feet on the Peak, with just very little HRC difference. So I don't know if that means anything or not, but that's the results. And here is the Peak results, just in case anybody wants to pause and check out the results. Okay, so there's that. Got those out of the way. Right now I'm currently working on another Manly Wasp in 12C27. So I'll have them results later. Okay, this is the other part of the video that I want to talk about. For starters, I'll show you. We can close up the wasp. We're done with him. Alright, the wasp is done for now. Okay, here's the peak. Let's see how sharp she is. Pretty sharp. Oh yeah, pretty sharp. Alright. Now let's see how sharp this old Mannix is. Pretty close, about the same. Alright. So I had a guy that I've been telling him for weeks, months that he needs to get a manly knife. I don't know, I love the knives. They're great knives. They cut good and all that good stuff. So I've been recommending that he go buy a Peak or a Wasp and experience, because they're not that much money. And once you experience one, I mean, you'll probably have it in your pocket from now on. So his question to me was that these knives are built to be slicers, but at the same time, they're kind of, you know, they market them as like a work knife, a good work knife, a thin, slicey work knife. Okay. So the question was did I think that edge was stable and strong enough to do like some, not like prying or nothing like that, but some harder use task, like maybe whittling wood or batoning wood or something like that. So we're going to do a couple different cut tests, or a couple different toughness tests, I guess you call it. So today I brought, just for starters though, we'll do some EDC type stuff. So here's some just some little small jute twine. Mannix, of course. It's smooth going through, no trouble. By the way, the Mannix is sitting probably about 25 thousandths behind the edge, because this knife has been sharpened so many times. It's been a test dummy for me ever since I had it. And here's the Peak cutting some rope. I mean, you can tell a difference in resistance. I mean, it is so smooth going through rope, or going through anything really, especially if you got a good sharp edge on them. It's crazy. All right, so there's the little rope nobody cares about. Now we'll put it down here kind of like on a cutting board, and this is some I guess it's climber's rope or something like that. We'll just slice through this stuff a few times. Mannix does good on it. Alright, it's doing pretty good. Let's see what the Peak does. Definitely less resistance when you use the Peak, definitely. There's that. There's some of that rope. Alright, then I brought some of this rubber tube. It's not real thick, 1/8 inch thick, maybe, something like that. We'll see how the Mannix does on it. It's not the easiest. See how much easier it is to cut that? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it doesn't flatten out nowhere near as bad as it does when I push down with the Mannix. It just takes more pressure with the Mannix. Alright, so there's that tube. Then I've got just a little bit thicker tube. We'll try it. Here's the Mannix. Got the Mannix. That's what that tube looks like. It's a little thicker. Let's see what the Manly does. So much easier. God, it's so much easier. I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but it's just like you're slicing a tomato or something. That thinness behind the edge is a big deal. I never, Benny Nero's where I picked up on geometry, watching him and Steve talks a lot about geometry, and Nero talks a lot about it, and that's where I picked up on it. I thought at first, I swear to God, I thought they were crazy, which they are crazy, but they're right about the geometry. So here, let's cut some cardboard. I think this right here, cardboard will probably show it more than anything. You can see how much pressure I have to put on that Mannix. Now, I'm not dogging the Mannix. The Mannix is probably my favorite knife overall. Okay, so watch as you cut with the peak. I mean, it is like cutting butter. Just like cutting butter. I hope that's coming through how much easier it is. Alright, so there's that. Then the question was, I'm going to just close up this Mannix because the rest of it doesn't matter. I've beat the Mannix before. Y'all seen me beat on it. So next question is will it hold up to like zip ties and carving wood and such like that? So let's just see. Now, I really have not tried this yet. First time I've ever done this with this thin geometry. So I'm hoping for the best because this is Kurt's knife. I hope I don't break Kurt's knife. So here we go. Chop off the ends of them first. Alright. Now we will cut these things. If I can figure out how I want to do it without getting myself. The main thing is we want to see if this edge will hold up to some of this little bit harder use EDC kind of crap. And y'all can see now I'm twisting that in there and not trying to damage it, but trying to test it out to make sure that it's not going to damage. Alright, might as well, since we're here, since I got the stuff, we might as well see if this old boy hold up to some batoning, if I can find my baton. Well, shoot. Sorry guys, bear with me. Huh. Well, shoot. Alright, I can't find it, so we're going to use a rubber mallet. Let's see how this manly does baton. Absolutely hasn't had any trouble. Alright, let's take a look. No chips, no damage. Let's see, I think I threw my paper away. I did. Okay, we don't have no computer paper, but we'll use notebook paper. Check the edge. This is after edge retention test, and I stropped it just before we did this. Seems to be just fine. If I could cut instead of drag. I think it's good. One more look. Okay, so that's it for this. Guys, if you haven't tried a manly knife, I'm telling you to try it. They're dirt cheap for what you get. Absolutely dirt cheap. This one, the lock back, I've played with this one and I've gotten it smooth enough to where I can open it with one hand. Takes a little wrist flick, but you can still operate it one-handed. I understand that the wasp and the 4 stops isn't for everybody. I understand that. But the more I've carried it, the more that I don't even pay attention to the 4 stops. I just open it and go. But this, pretty much the same as putting an Endurodelic or something in your pocket. I mean, you can flip it open and you can shut it with one hand. It's an excellent knife. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully this does something for somebody. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.